Applus RTD, non-destructive testing and inspection. Applus RTD's RotoScan is a renowned inspection system for the non-destructive testing of pipeline girth welds in the on- and offshore industry. The system has been in successful commercial use since 1985. A mechanized welded weld consists of a number of layers. The welding process starts with the root pass and is followed by the hot pass, fill layers, and finally the cap. As required by international regulations, such welds have to be verified for integrity. The RotoScan inspection system makes use of ultrasound generated by ultrasonic transducers, each of which is dedicated to inspecting a specific part of the total weld volume. The first system transducer in the array employs a time-of-flight diffraction technique to look at the whole weld volume. Following inspection functions look at specific parts of the weld. This is possible because the transducers are made to produce a highly directional sound beam. Whenever there are no welding defects present, the ultrasound waves are not reflected and disappear into the pipe wall. There is no sign of welding imperfections. If welding imperfections are present in the weld material, typically due to so-called lack of fusion, a part of the sound beam emitted is reflected and detected by the receiver element of the transducer. Depending on the inspection type, the emitter and receiver can be in the same housing. The transducer configurations on each side of the weld are identical. The measurements from all the transducers are coherently presented on a computer screen. The operator can compare the overall inspection result with client acceptance criteria, on the basis of which the weld is approved or rejected. Every pipeline is different in terms of diameter, wall thickness, material, and weld process employed. At the Applus RTD head office in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, all relevant system parameters are keyed into a computer program. This program works with a number of drawings from which a calibration block is produced. The material for this calibration block is made out of specific project pipeline material. One of the company contractors then applies reference reflectors. These represent the possible defects in a weld. As part of the QA/QC process, moldings are made to check the dimensions of all calibration reflectors. To detect weld defects, special transducers are needed, which are made by Applus RTD. Crystals are installed in the housing at a specially prearranged angle. The transducer is always adapted to the pipe diameter. Now that all parts are ready, the RotoScan can be assembled and the settings checked with the help of the calibration block. After a series of test quality checks, the unit is approved and ready for shipment to wherever it is needed in the world. One of these places is Orkanger in Norway. This is Technip's spool base. Here, pipelines are assembled for the offshore industry. The pipe lengths are first welded to each other into lengths of 1 kilometer long. To obtain a complete weld, each pipe join passes a number of welding stations. As soon as each weld is complete, Applus RTD carefully inspects it with the RotoScan. Before starting measuring, a calibration measurement is made. If this calibration fulfills the criteria set, then a start can be made of the actual inspection. The inspection method, using ultrasonic sound waves, does not produce any dangerous radiation, unlike standard radiography, and it can thus be used anywhere, anytime. Qualified operators interpret the results on the computer. The measurement results are available immediately and, if necessary, can be communicated back to the welders to rectify and improve the welding technique. If the weld is approved, this is then sandblasted, coated, and provided with insulation. This special pipe lay vessel can carry and connect 14 kilometers of pipe in one session. This is then welded at sea and the pipeline continuously laid. Naturally, the RotoScan is also used effectively on board these vessels. But the RotoScan inspection system can also be used onshore for the inspection of welds. Here, a gas pipeline is being laid. RotoScan equipment built into a four-wheel drive truck is fully self-supporting and can be used almost anywhere. However, calibration is here also essential. The inspection is carried out directly behind the welding caravan. Depending on the diameter of the pipe, a RotoScan weld inspection can be done safely and accurately in about 1 minute. Measurement results are stored in the computer and, as necessary, printed out. Depending on the project and client preference, inspection results are delivered on DVD. RotoScan, a magnificent example of Applus RTD non-destructive testing and inspection.